Hello, and welcome to my final regular match, season 66 here in Schadd. We've got quite a number of things. Invasion here to do. I guess that's our only source of plus buy. Reckless is on hostelry, which is kind of cute. I don't know if it'll matter, but it's sort of cute. That's the only draw, and it truly is draw, I guess, though very one-shotty. So this is a bit of a pain because you can't build anything up all that well, to be perfectly honest. Hive 2 would actually be pretty good. Do her a hostelry with nothing just for the trashing. It's like that or just another patron. So little to do here. Okay. Well, this is very bad. But I guess just the way it goes. Could have bought a cemetery to trash one card, essentially. Might have been the best thing to do, I don't know. Now we're probably going to draw this chapel with good stuff. Okay. I don't know how much I care about the ghost versus... I mean, I think it's probably pretty good, frankly, on this kingdom as everything is quite slow. You hate to miss a trash, but I mean, I don't know what I'm building towards here, like Haggler Samurai Money, I imagine, something like that. Maybe you do an invasion at some point. I don't know how much you care about the ghost for that. These draws are abysmal. Truly. I like the Haggler. I would have loved to buy Haggler. not have the draws that were like this. Very bad draws. But we can maybe make it work, so yeah, see, I mean, this is all this is, repeatedly. You almost want to trash the raise just to blow up, just to get an estate trash. It's so bad. I don't really like the soothsayer. I would have probably just gone for maybe another haggler or a hostelry. But you know, whatever. So this is patron estate or patron copper. This could be the raise. Could be settlers. We're gonna draw. We do it like this. Well, we could do chapel, and just if we draw the chapel, then we have it. Otherwise, we don't care about it. That still has an estate. Interesting. Well, I haven't hit 8 yet, which I would like to do, but you know, that's just the way it goes, I guess. I should hit it next time. I wouldn't mind having a raise. This is weird logging, but whatever. Vision is interesting. I don't know that it's actually the right thing, but do get Amphora, which is nice. Can't really use the buy, but you can use it next time. Okay. So 1, 2. Okay, I just have to, unfortunately, I have this stupid draw again where I have to do this in order to even, I just have to blow up the raise again because I didn't draw it with anything I want to trash. I guess isn't that weird, but I'm not like super convinced that the duchies don't hurt you at some point, but we have not found the curse, fortunately. They still have another samurai, huh? Would have loved to draw the curse here, but so Schadd didn't have the village to play the curse, or maybe it was this. I don't know. Not clear on any of this. I'm fine playing a little bit of a longer game. That does have the samurai advantage. I'm gonna scream, but I don't mind it. Yeah, I'm pretty. When the 8 misses are killing me which I guess aren't that weird, but they are killing me. The schadd is just gonna have like double Dutchy threat and stuff pretty easily. Not to mention just being point ahead now. Or a province ahead. And $4 coming in every turn is gonna be rough. Does have the Dutchy, but I don't even have, I maybe shouldn't have trashed it. I was kind of thinking through, I mean, given that I had the settlers, I probably should have kept the copper just as a thing where if I drew it in a hand where I was enough money anyway, I could get a horse out of it. Probably made sense. But anyway. I don't know what we might, okay. This is a bit weird from schadd, because now if you don't ever double, there can be trouble. Now schadd probably can double at some point. I don't know. What are my odds of whiffing if I keep this samurai? I get to see 4 cards. Nah. And I have $3, but I still have to see. Really can't play it, unfortunately. This is brutal. Probably bottom decked a bunch of green that is now getting tossed. Well, two anyway. Yeah, this is super over. Yeah, there are a couple windows where I thought I was still not fully out of it, but definitely ended as being fully out of it. Well, we would have made it to our spot. Get 2 Dutchies out of it, I suppose. The insane thing is I again I don't have $8, which wouldn't do me any good, but I don't think you can grant. I mean, you lose, you just lose. But it's funny. The invasions were nice. I don't know. It was all weird. I mean, I had man, my mind chapel missed. But there were some other things. Maybe a couple windows where if I hit the $8 instead of the $7 hands, there's some race. But of course, the end was not remotely close. If Band of Misfits, Experiment, Family of Inventors. I guess you can if they get too many. They get too many Band of Misfits. I guess you can inventors it. And then they have to respond with inventoring Experiment, and then you have to do it on Band of Misfits. So there's Alms, Gamble, Souk, which I suppose is probably very fast. One would assume. I don't know exactly how it works, but you know, presumably you just have to do it and then hope you draw it or something. I don't really know. Maybe Schadd will show me. If you don't have your other Souk yet, I don't know how much money you make when you do this. I suppose that's what Shadd's counting. I guess at the end of this, you could like get a pickaxe if it doesn't. I don't know how many provinces it gets or how much money it makes, I guess is what I'm saying actually. Because the souks are pretty cheap. Or I can make the souks even cheaper. But you still have to buy the thing. What is it? How does it work? Does anybody know? I mean, I'm not netting plus buy here, right? Or wait. I don't know if it, well, no, that wouldn't have worked anyway. Well, I guess I could have got a guild master at some point if I had wanted that for some reason, but well, is there any risk of Schadd having enough money to do 6? Schadd has 1, 2, 3, 4. So Schadd has 3 souks. So like could make a little money, but probably not. 3 souks is only 4 buys, so it'd be okay to take an experiment. Guess. I don't know how it works. Maybe I shouldn't have taken the experiment. Can empty the experiments. Well, that loses. I don't even know if this is good. I don't know how to play Souk Gamble anyway. Just felt good to have them all, but I don't know that it's right or anything. I can draw a deck, but maybe that's not worth it. The horde's kind of cute. There's the pickaxe. I think this was better than I imagined it would be. Or I think that's not the correct way to describe. I think this was going to be better than I thought it would be. So schadd is still 4x limited. Fortunately. But I can't take an experiment here. Because that has some... The experiment has some chances of just losing instantly. They can gamble far enough, which probably they can. Don't know if the silver is worth it or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7. Okay. It's really gonna depend. I may not have done my thing correctly. Like I probably am supposed to just empty the souks, and then the next turn you do as much gambling as you can with whatever your hand is. Hope you don't draw many of the souks in the hand, I guess. Yeah, that's probably better than what I did. I don't know if silver helps or is bad. Is my dilemma here. Silver. Wonder what my turn looks like if I just if I just gamble, or if I just do the souks and I do like a horde at the end of it to get the non-souks. I don't know. You still have to gamble through that, like the estates or whatever. Of course. I mean, none of it's a huge deal, but I think Schadd can triple. Schadd didn't add a buy. Well, that's pretty bad. This is pretty helpful because this last hand would have been awful too. Actually, I don't know if Schadd can double. Oh, I guess I could gamble for... Sorry. Yeah, I don't know how that's supposed to... Oh, I forgot to click the kingdom for the previous turn game, but here I've done it twice. Okay, well, this has Ironworks Island and not like a huge... Well, okay, it's got drawn bind, whatever. I mean, it has everything. The village is a little expensive. That's the main... That's the main bad part, I guess. Schadd gets dope into Nuki, which is probably nice. I don't know if Ironworks Island works like purely as a rush. I don't know if you can get the estates fast enough. Maybe. This is kind of annoying, right? Because you don't even really want the... This one is... Well, bottom decking the Ironworks here was slightly annoying, but... Would have loved to like draw it turn 5, have the... Or early or whatever. Have the shuffle come here, but that's fine. 8 is not actually particularly exciting price point here. I didn't think about just trying to shoot for band as a way of just islanding estates. That's okay too. You can use band as like a I wonder what's better here, Hero or Carnival. I would like it to Nuki eventually, but abundances are okay. I wonder if I draw to try and hit or if I just take a rat. I mean, Bazaar is nice to just gain. and maybe buy abundance. But of course, if you have tragic cure on top, then that's pretty nice to fire off. But it does feel good to just buy a. Yeah, you don't have a whole lot of huge amount of incentive to try for it there. We're gonna get another Bazaar. We're gonna draw 1 or 2 cards with after the Ironworks play, and so I'm gonna try and give myself a shot at the village on the tragic hero, even though it's not super likely. We can rat. We're probably gonna end on piles. Yeah, you can give yourself a shot at there. If you hit whatever it's called, the scroll. What is it called? Magic scroll? Spell scroll. You can get an abundance activation if you order that way. Well, that's a bit of a bummer, to be sure. The bazaars are disappearing. I don't know what my last... I guess if I'm going to have 2 anyway, I should play on 2 5s anyway. I think the island is in the bottom here. This is just going to be like who hits Village Smithy on the reshuffle. And otherwise is going to be kind of crazy. Like there's not even real incentive for me to bazaar like rat and lower here because the piles are so low that you can just be setting yourself up for getting blown up. Like, if I could stack my deck, I could just win here, but that isn't probably in the cards. I don't know how, I mean, they're gonna have a lot of money. They may buy in. Ooh, that's rough. It's kind of nice. It's kind of cute to save the abundances a little bit. That was a rough sequence of events there that they popped. I guess they already had the staff, so it wasn't that weird. It wasn't that weird. I'm gonna have to line up Village Smithy here shortly, or I will lose for sure. Okay. We're unfortunately now super behind in points too. So that doesn't make it easy to come back on. If we can get around here, maybe it works. This is probably not enough money. What are we at? I don't even know if I have another tragic cure, to be honest. I don't think I do. Oh, this probably was always doomed. I could get an abundance. We're not at the point of having and yeah, it's gonna trash island. It's gonna be negative so many points too. If we're doing it with a whaler or not with the advance. Yeah, that's a problem. That's -4. Schadd has a billion points. I can get 7, 14, 16, maybe. Well, it would be like 3, 4. I could get like $18. But okay, so that's pretty much no good. So we got to play for another turn, which is fine, but if only I had known the orb, about the orb. We could have 16, which at least would give us Schadd would have to score some points on way to, I guess the 3 bazaars is not that trivial to get, though Tanuki makes it a little easier. Now I just don't have draw either. I am a little thinner, but not that much. Not a helpful amount. It's the quad carnival. I mean, this is not a super hard. This is a pretty nice kingdom for Carnival. Or a nice deck composition anyway. This wasn't too weird. It's unfortunate, but it's not too weird. I guess copper reveals would have been, duplicate coppers was fairly likely in the overall deck comp situation, but gonna assume Schadd can just probably finish it here. Gets another quad. That's unfortunate. That's gonna certainly make things tough for old me. Of course, my hand just being bad will also make things tough. This is sort of an unfortunate level of draw from Schadd because of the I mean, basically on the back of the Carnival hits, but because it's not like anybody, I mean, I'm not clean either, to be fair. Nobody's really clean, but I mean, I don't know if Schadd has a win here, but Schadd can probably score a bunch regardless. Even if you don't have a way to necessarily empty the Carnivals right now. It was such an awful draw. There weren't a lot of good draws. I can be honest about that at least. I wonder if the play from, I don't know how you do it on the 4-3. I didn't hate the Ironwork Silver, but it didn't work out. I mean, you could do Abundant Silver, or you could do like Island Silver, I guess, but or Silver. And just play the Tanuki shuffle behind. Maybe. Not sure. I don't know how many. Oh, Shadd's out of actions. I didn't notice that. So maybe he just doesn't have a buy, though probably has some loose actions in hand to do the loss, do the advances. Bison gains yet another Tanuki. So didn't have the staff, I guess, because didn't play the Tanuki. Oh man. I would have seriously considered not activating the abundances here. But it's not unreasonable to try and do it. I would have just thought about it a little bit. I'm a little I don't know what they puzzle box, but if it was an action card, they could have been down to like $19 for a win. No, wait, not 19. I guess $22 for a win. But didn't they have that? After the Tanuki buy, they still had 17, so 22. I mean, if it was an action, you can advance for it. That leaves you, and you would have had to gain abundance with this Tragic Hero pop, but that would have left you with 14 plus 8 to pass. I'm surprised at the double. This is really weird. I am a little surprised at the double estate. If you're gonna shuffle, I can probably do it. So I'm a little worried about a pile out. So they didn't get, and I'm gonna need like double province. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know, maybe the puzzle box was not an action card. If it was an action card, then I think there was a win, but maybe I miscounted something. Does the state, I mean, how much, like if schadd can empty its states and abundances on the next turn, then schadd probably could have won anyway. Probably. This is not it. We found a bazaar here. There's maybe outside chances of getting enough together to double or something against like a more or less nothing, but I'm surprised at this lowering, but okay, so I shouldn't even really reveal these things. I could top deck Bazaar and Carnival or Bazaar and Tragic Hero. or Tragic Hero and Carnival if I just assume I'm gonna hit a bazaar. I'm not scoring enough to stop anything. Oh, we'll see what Schadd does here. It's going to end up being the darn estates, which is going to be the saddest thing. It'll be those 2 stupid estates I bought. This has got to be in hand with a Tanuki play. Surely. Maybe it's short bias. I don't know. You assume the pickaxe puzzle box abundance stuff gets you there with the Tanuki, but if you can't, if you need to gain an action to activate it, then maybe you have to go for bazaars, and then maybe that changes the count of it all some amount. I don't know. But I will be pretty surprised if Schadd doesn't have a win here. What's going to be bad for me is I'm going to play this bazaar and then the carnival to try and get treasures out of... Also, I wonder if Schadd can just mill. Like, if Schadd has enough to buy province, and almost certainly will. If you have a province in hand, just mill, and then the point... You eat up enough points that I would need 1,000,000 duchies. That I'm not going to get. If you can go to 42 with 1 province left, I need like 3 duchies. It's just not likely. Now I don't know. They didn't play the pickaxe, so like you could have turned puzzle box into a province and maybe just straight up bought 2, but yeah. Stupid game. Can't play this stupid game. I knew that they were down there, but I mean, that wasn't all that was down there, and so I guess it was stupid to think that the Tragic Hero needed I guess it was stupid to think that the Tragic Hero needed to activate, because why? What do I care about that? In fact, why am I doing this? I mean, I should still at least play to try to stinking win. It's just so stupid. I was never gonna draw it anyway. Maybe there was a world. No, I was just never drawing it. That was stupid. I'm just stupid. I knew there. It was just stupid. It was a bad play. I whined about it, but it was really on my stupidity and not really any other thing in particular. We would have needed quite a bit to make it happen anyway. That was really not a thing to complain about. It was largely a I'm stupid angle. I don't think I would have needed still $10 more than what I had to win. So I doubt I was getting there regardless. So we do torture and villages, though we do have a village that mitigates torture to some degree. Though there's also like footpad to help torture, I guess. There's not really great ways to activate footpad. And there's no trashing here, so you are at the whims of drawing village smithy / passage can help a little bit. But you are definitely I guess there's beggar footpad. Maybe that just beats anything else you care to do here. It's not something I really... There's not alt VP, so the build-up isn't... I mean, the time it takes them to play mini torturers could be quite long. I don't know if you do that into, like, sack of loot. Maybe I'll try that. I might open outpost. You can take some number of blessed villages as well. I don't know how good any of it is, but you can do it. Pirate is also consideration. We're just gonna play the nastiest deck known to man. Pirate gets you footpad draw as well, which is cute. You do get to put the silver back, I guess. This is gonna trigger the outpost away, but whatever. I don't know if it even provinces, guaranteed provinces. I don't know what's down. There's an outpost, I think, and then I'm not super clear on it. But I don't know what the blessed villages are for exactly. I think I want the pirate for the next turn. Well, that didn't. No, it's fine. What should we put? We could get sack of loot, but we should really put the gold and the copper in. We're getting 2 golds, and then we're guaranteed province that way. Well, that was also a bit silly. It was kind of fun though. Pirate beggar. I mean, you know, pirate beggar footbad. How often do you get to see it? Got a lot of loots. What is the loot giver this time? Jeweled egg. Well, jeweled egg kind of sucks, but what do we have on here? Nothing useful. Okay. Oof. So, what's the ferryman? Carpenter? That's not terrible here. There's something to be said for the rice broker opening, though it doesn't lead into trashing all that well. I think I'm taking the wharf. Hopefully, well, okay. If you sombrero, then nothing works, so that's not too crazy. schadd, I guess, with the rice broker at least. This is stupid. This is awful, actually. Because this hand doesn't even do anything either. Doesn't even trigger a shuffle or anything. I just gain more garbage and go nowhere. So that's a real problem. I don't know how to get the... We need a rice broker to be sure. My deck is huge. I need a forge. I need a festival and a forge. Well, I guess it wouldn't have to be a festival, but... Certainly like a rice broker into a forge would be huge. Probably should have taken the... Yeah, I probably should have taken the loot a second ago. But I didn't. But here I have to just take a 5. Puzzle box is really nice. Doubloons is not as nice. We've certainly lowered things to a dangerous level. Like, this is not... Chalice, that's useless. I didn't find the festival. Or not the... I didn't find the wharf. Actually, I don't even know if the wharf's in the shuffle, to be perfectly honest. assume this is just a win, but at the very least, it's like you can buy province here and have a really nice mountain pass angle, probably. Oh, I would have done more shaman. I would have drawn that stuff, I think. I would have tried to draw that stuff. Does Schadd have a rice broker in there? That's kind of also terrifying. Maybe you have to play the sextant, but it is a little terrifying. I guess it doesn't matter. You just discard it all. And take your province now. Yeah. So this is the wrong order. You can bid, you can do the you can do the other one first. You can buy the province first and that'll trigger the bid, and then your opponent has to work with less information. But anyway, I don't really know what is the thing to bid, because I have no idea what my turns are going to look like. And that is quite a bit cleaner than me, I think. Yeah. Seems about right. Okay, we just draw the carpenter, so it's not the end of the world. Schadd doesn't need too much here to pile. Because Schadd has a hammer also. So it just needs like, I don't know. Well, less than Schadd has money of. What Schadd needs is less than what Schadd has money of. You can hammer for the jeweled egg. And if I had drawn the carpenter in a way that I could remodel province or remodel gold, I don't think it was going to be in hand, because it's close to exact actually money wise, though I think Schadd probably could have played it to get a little more money if he had counted, but well, that was a bit of a weird one as well. Oh, it's a cool one. I golden sombrero, so that doesn't help. We don't have any this is just like Chapel Sea Witch money. You don't really have I guess you can get searches because the Sea Witches are gonna run, or not the Sea Witch, the curses, but no village. Maybe even Chapel Bonfire opening. Since you're getting the silver, it's a little risky, but it's not the best. It's not the best chapel board, actually, compared to just sea witching. just because your payoff from the thinning isn't that good. I mean, the payoff is basically lucky coin. And otherwise, there's not really any payoff. We missed the 2 estates, but we hit 1 estate, so that's something. There's turtle, which maybe could be nice at some points. Chad has 2 provinces? That's crazy. I don't understand. They also haven't whiffed the Sea Witch yet, which is crazy. I whiff this, which is infuriating. I don't know what happened here. I won't lie. It's not clear to me how this played out this way. I guess the main thing was Schadd drawing the Sea Witch turn 6 was probably the big deal. I don't know. I mean, they're first player too. We're not actually going to get a better turtle, probably. This is so bad. But I don't know that it helps all that much either to bring the chapel back in. I still couldn't buy, like, duchy and do that. Otherwise, I would have been maybe a little tempted. Buy it. Just like a little bit. But this is just unworkable. At this point, there's not hardly a point to waiting either. We got cooked here. Schadd's not going to miss province enough times. I mean, we didn't even hit duchy that last turn, which would have made not really any difference, but we could have pretended it would make a difference. Yeah. So, like, yeah, schadd can keep, can just buy duchies, and if you guarantee that, you're for sure going to win. One more province will seal it too, but... $18 silvers gained. I'm going to get one look at a tie. Maybe. I have to take it. It's so stupid. So stupid. I was lucky to get tie there for sure. The I do want to look at a couple things. Anyway, 2.5, that was the only match I lost this season, so I should make it to the championship, but there are quite a few people with like a lot of matches unplayed. If I had won that match, I think I would have been guaranteed-ish. Anyway, I'm still pretty likely to make it to the final match of the league, but it's really hard to count it out. Well, it's not, whatever. Someone could count it out, but it's like, several people have like 4 matches left or something, or 4 or 3, whatever it is. Oh. Okay. I want to do the Campbell one. Oh, it was my turn 3. Schadd probably drew both of them, so he couldn't do the thing. Oh, yeah, you do get more money here than you would otherwise due to the... do the family of inventors. A little bit anymore. Okay, so now you have $20, and your opponent probably can't do much of anything. I guess if you just buy golds, that like maxes out the money this next turn. Let's just do that and see what it is. This like is the most money you can make the next turn, I think. And we had a good draw. We only drew the single souk, so that part was nice. There's one more souk, yeah. So then here you can take 4 provinces, I guess. I know you could like, well, what does it matter? So you take your 4 provinces here, and then this is turn 4. Okay. Schadd wouldn't have anything close to that. Your problem now is you can draw those. So like here, it's actually kind of hard to guarantee a province. I mean, you get to gamble 3 times, but if you hit a souk, it only gives you $6, so you kind of have to hit a couple. You couldn't wait though. You could like just do points if you're just fighting for here. Unless your opponent is being friendly, that wouldn't happen in the real game. But you don't really have. So there's just one more province in here. So this is like gotta be correct to basically go through everything and net your golds and your 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's still another, yeah, and then you win. So that's for sure better than what I did. For sure. But the bombs were so appealing. This wouldn't have worked exactly the same because I wouldn't have gotten militia'd on that last turn. And the first hand you reshuffle after you buy all the souks could potentially be a lot less money than the money I got. I had 1 souk, which is ideal. I guess ideal is probably like 0 souks, but whatever. It's similar. But if you have a couple, then for every card you can't get out of your hand, the souks you gamble are considerably worse. But on this particular seed, it's very friendly to me. That was sort of interesting also, is that it was there was some advantage there to being the person who didn't like Schadd. I'm assuming had, so like Schadd did the Family of Inventors turn 1 alms, but then I didn't have to until I was emptying the souks. So I got all this extra cost reduction from being player 2 there, basically, with the Family of Inventors. So anyway, there are some other ones. I would have probably, I mean, like you can say I would have been better off with Rice Broker Wharf, or not Rice Broker Wharf, Rice Broker Lurker instead of Lurker Wharf on that one thing, but on the seed, I'm still going to bottom deck them both, which isn't going to look super good. It might be better. That one isn't so nice to replay because the bot stuff won't be good enough to learn much, because the shaman thing you have to see against someone who's trashing frequently how you get out there. But anyway, I can fully believe the Rice Broker was better. I considered it, but I didn't go with it in the end. All right. I guess the other one was whether Schadd had a win on that one thing, Schadd won the game anyway, so it's not like a huge to figure out. But we can look at it. Is it really the same? I'm going to play Schadd's this time. So there was a turn where Schadd played the puzzle box, I think. It was pretty far back, actually, because we ended up... Yeah. So it was this hand. So Schadd plays Tragic Hero here. And is it in hand, though? That's the question. Because schadd didn't take, but you don't know what the pickaxe is going to hit. And you have to make up, you need a province, or yeah, you basically need a province, unless you're willing to take a tie. But so the question is whether like a like an endless chalice reveal there would have been bad. So if you had two fewer dollars, would you still have a win? You didn't even have a win here, so what am I talking about? Did schadd advance the bazaar anyway on the way that it was played? I couldn't tell what was happening with the puzzle or with the puzzle box, but oh, I see. Trashed a bazaar with. That's actually a sort of crazy choice there, to not puzzle box it, but to like this is the hand. Oh, you don't know you have puzzle box. Right, you gained a puzzle box here, so this was how it was played. That's why there was more money. So I overcounted the money because the bazaar got trashed for the... Because like this is what was played, and this looks like it's enough. Or the way I counted it up, I thought it was enough, but I didn't really count it correctly, basically, is the whole story there. So the only other question is whether it was in hand here with a Tanuki play and with skipping the tragic hero, which is unlikely, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so I don't think schadd missed anything. I was just miscounting. Okay, so this was a little appendix to the match, but I hope you enjoyed whatever you stuck around for, and I'll catch you all later.